A very warm welcome to you wherever you are watching us from. This is Dalsan TV, Somalia's #1 TV station for news and updates. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Let's have a look at some of our top stories. President Mohamud embarks on crucial mission to Samareb. Danab commandos crush Al-Shabaab militants and neutralize and seize weapons. PM Roble inaugurates the long-awaited reopening of the National Blood Bank in Mogadishu. Welcome back to this edition of Dalsan TV English News. Now, the traversing to Samareb, Galmudug State, the president of the federal government of Somalia, that is Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, spearheads the second phase of the groundbreaking military operation against the militant group Al-Shabaab.
Traversing to Samareb, Galmudug State, the president of the federal government of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, is spearheading the second phase of the groundbreaking military operation. The president arrived in the capital, Samareb, where an advance team of the Presidential Guard had arrived earlier today. Earlier this week, the National Intelligence and Security Agency, NISA, Chief Mahat Salad, held a strategy meeting with Galmudug's President Ahmed Korkor in preparations for the operation. According to sources privy to the development, will start in the eastern part of Galgaduud region and the west of Hiran, which includes the Shabelle River. The operation will then head to southwest state and culminate in Jubaland. Kenya, Djibouti and Ethiopia are expected to send in about 20,000 soldiers following a deal reached in January under the auspices of the Somali Frontline State Summit. Sources say the president will visit Haradere town, which was recently liberated from Al-Shabaab. The first phase of the operation covered Middle Shabelle and Hiran in Shabelle State and Galmudug and Mudug in Galmudug State.
Meanwhile, in a remarkable display of bravery and vigilance, the Danab commandos of the Somali National Army, in collaboration with the Jubaland Darawish forces, successfully foiled a planned landmine attack. In a remarkable display of bravery and vigilance, the Danab commandos of the Somali National Army, in collaboration with the Jubaland forces, successfully foiled a planned landmine attack orchestrated by Al-Shabaab militants. The targeted site was the vital Janai Abdallah to Bulo Gadud Road, a crucial transportation route connecting key areas in the region. During the incident, which unfolded on Thursday afternoon, one militant was neutralized while another was apprehended by the joint forces. In a significant breakthrough, a substantial cache of bomb-making materials and assortment of weapons was seized, averting a potential disaster that could have endangered the lives of countless residents in the area. An army official speaking on condition of anonymity hailed the heroic actions of the brave commandos and local forces, emphasizing the unwavering commitment to safeguarding the Somali people from the persistent threat of terrorism. Local residents, relieved and grateful for the security forces' swift response, lauded both the army and the federal government of Somalia for their consistent efforts in combating the menace of Al-Shabaab. The relentless pursuit of peace and security by these entities has reassured the populace, strengthening their faith in the government's ability to protect them. As Somalia prepares for the second phase of its battle against Al-Shabaab, the federal government remains resolute in its offensive and defensive strategies. In a significant move towards fostering a more equitable and prosperous working, federal government of Somalia has granted approval to the revised labor.
In a devastating turn of events, police at Old Kampala have apprehended a Somali national, Abdirahim Bashir Kadir, following allegations that he fatally struck an 18-month-old baby named Diana Chebet. The heart-wrenching incident occurred when young Diana was within the vicinity of her home, tragically dragged under the tires of a speeding car for over 100 meters. Doreen Nanjala, the grieving mother of the deceased, recounted the horrifying ordeal, explaining that her precious child was innocently near the residence when the reckless driver's vehicle snatched away her life. The community was filled with righteous anger, with enraged residents threatening to take matters into their own hands and mete out mob justice upon Kadir. Reports indicate that instead of promptly seeking medical attention for the critically injured baby, the driver allegedly prioritized dropping off other children he had picked up from school. The furious locals surrounded his vehicle, poised to take action, but the intervention of the police prevented a potentially tragic escalation. Confirming the arrest, Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson Patrick Onyango disclosed that Abdurrahim Bashir is currently detained at the Old Kampala police station while investigations into the incident progress. Meanwhile, the young victim Diana Chebet was immediately rushed to a nearby medical facility, where unfortunately doctors could not save her. At present, the Old Kampala traffic crash investigators have filed charges of reckless driving leading to the death of a person against Kadir. Additionally, his vehicle has been seized as part of the ongoing investigation. While Kadir maintains that he did not see the child, law enforcement authorities assert that he was driving through a residential area. He should have exercised caution and anticipated the presence of children and pedestrians along the narrow access route. Typically, Uganda witnesses the loss of over 600 children under the age of 18 in road accidents each year, with many of these incidents occurring during the journey to and from school. Sam Bambanza, the executive director of Hope for Victims of Traffic Accidents, has launched a campaign advocating for the implementation of policies that enforce a 30 km/h speed limit in all school zones and residential areas. The aim is to enhance the safety of children and pedestrians, mitigating the risk of accidents and their devastating consequences.
The Somali Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre has inaugurated the long-awaited reopening of the National Blood Bank in the capital Mogadishu. Accompanied by the Minister of Health and other government officials, the Prime Minister highlighted the government's commitment to enhancing social services, particularly in health and education. In a momentous event on Saturday, Somali Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre presided over the long-awaited reopening of the National Blood Bank in Mogadishu. The inauguration ceremony, attended by the Minister of Health and high-ranking officials, marked a significant milestone in the government's commitment to improving social services, with a particular emphasis on healthcare and education. The construction of the blood bank, spearheaded by the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, stands a remarkable achievement for a nation that has been plagued by recurring disasters, most notably terror attacks. The devastating bomb blast in Mogadishu in 2017, claiming the lives of over 500 people, posed the urgent need of accessible blood resources. Many of the injured could not be saved due to the lack of inadequate blood supply to address uncontrolled bleeding. Somalia has faced numerous challenges in providing safe blood to its citizens. This scarcity has had severe consequences, especially for maternal health. According to the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, an estimated 5,000 Somali die each year due to complications during childbirth, primarily caused by the lack of access to safe blood. These alarming statistics highlight the critical importance of restoring and operationalizing the National Blood Bank to save lives and improve healthcare outcomes. The National Blood Bank, originally established in 1976, had remained non-functional for nearly 3 decades. The reopening of the blood bank signifies a renewal commitment to meet the immense demand for blood resources and provide a lifeline to those in need. Premier Barre, in his address during the inauguration, underscored the government's determination to prioritize the enhancement of social services, particularly in the vital sectors of healthcare and education. The reoperation of the National Blood Bank represents a tangible manifestation of this commitment and reinforces the government's dedication to the well-being of its citizens. Thank you so much for watching Dalsan TV English News. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Have a lovely evening.